Let's take a look at the chart action for Cardano. Okay, so here's what I was looking at on Cardano. Okay, so we had this channel pattern going something like this. I was waiting for a breakout to the upside or to the downside. We got a breakout to the upside right here. What I was doing is targeting from the top to the bottom of this channel pattern. And we could do something like this, target from the top to the bottom right there, drag that to the breakout. And I was looking at a target of approximately 1.22. I was also looking at this previous resistance right here. We came up right to that level right there. Actually, we went a little bit higher to around 126, but right around that area, we got rejected and started coming down. We got support on this support line right here because I was watching support and support. It was kind of trading in between there. We got a bounce up on that line though. But I think when we broke up below it down here, this was the signal that we're probably going to go down to these lower levels, either right here or possibly right here or maybe even lower. Basically the previous support levels. So we came down, we started breaking this one. The spots that I'm kind of looking at are the bottoms. We have a bottom right here. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame, and then we also have a wick down that comes down right here. Let's go ahead and do some horizontal lines. These are the levels that I'm kind of hoping for a bounce. We have one right here and one right here. These are sitting around 98 cents and 91 cents. And if we zoom out a little bit more, I had been watching 105 because we'd got a bunch of bounces. Over here we got a bounce. We came down. Let's draw a line at 105 because this is around right here. Right now we're under it, but I was thinking this is a pretty good level because we got bounces right there. Boom, bounce, bounce, bounce. We came down. We came down and touched it a bunch of times. Actually, we didn't quite touch it right there, but we touched it a bunch of times. We touched it right here, right here, right here, and let's see where else we touched it. Right here. Let's move over some more, and right, we came in, we were trading in here, and then we got a bounce right there. So in general, like I'm saying, I think that 105 level is pretty good, but I think we set some new lows over here. Let's go to where we're at right now. So let's come up to the action that's been happening right now. Like I said, we have this low that we just formed right here, and then we have the bodies of the 4-hour time frame right there. And then if we go to the daily time frame, we have this kind of these bodies right here. But like I said, I think I'm watching, what was this level right here? This is 105. So I think we can probably drag this 105 down a little bit lower to like right here if we want to be conservative about it. We have these supports right here. Support, 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 support. In general, let's see if we could get a bounce on one of these orange lines going to the upside. Once we get a bounce, then I'll start looking at these red lines, these previous resistance lines for possible targets. Like I said, we had a bunch of support back in this area right here. Let's see if we can continue that trend now that we're in that same area right now. Maybe we could get a bounce on some of these orange lines and push back up and try to hit some of the red lines. The red lines are sitting at 1.24, 1.40, and 1.60. I think if we want to look for a trend right now, it looks like we're pretty much in a downtrend in general. Let's go ahead and go to the daily time frame and see what kind of trend we have on here. Let's do from the top, and something like this looks pretty good. We have resistance, resistance, and resistance. So kind of like I've been watching on Bitcoin, if we break this trend line going to the upside, then I think that's going to be the first good signal. And then we can also switch it over the daily time frame and watch for that 9 moving average right here. This blue line, let's go ahead and delete everything real quick. We have this 9 moving average right here. If we could break above that, I think that's going to be a good signal. And then we need to break this trend line as well. Two things that I'm probably looking at before I start getting more bullish on this. But like I also said, I like this bottom right here at 105. Hopefully we can hold support right here. Maybe we could do something like this and then bounce out like that. I think if we break this level though, then I don't know. I'm not going to think that's a good thing in general. But I mean, we'll have to start looking at other previous supports, maybe right here, and possibly wicks down to right here, 69 cents, 83 cents. I don't know. That's why I'm hoping we can hold support right here though. Let's see if we could do something like that and then break out like that possibly. we'll have to wait and see what happens with the total market in general. Things seem did have some little momentum, but it kind of got rejected and now we're kind of trending down. So let's see where the market goes in general. And I'm just hoping that maybe at this kind of level that we've shown support at in the past, we can show support on it right now and maybe catch some bounces on it, break this trend line, and so on. I think if we zoom in, we could probably go to the 4-hour time frame, and we have resistance right here, resistance right here. We have a downtrend, something like this. And this is another trend line we could watch. If we break this going to the upside, then maybe this will give us a signal that we might be coming up to maybe test this red line at around 1.24. It also looks like we have resistance right here and resistance right here. I'm kind of watching a trend line going something like this as well. And let's say we get a bounce like this, depending on how fast we go up or sideways, then we could be looking at this trend line as well, maybe around 1.12. This might give us some trouble to come back down, or I don't know, it just depends. It would be a line that I'd be looking at for possible resistance or a breakout. If we go to the daily time frame, we have volume declining. We've been getting some red candles, but like I said, the volume is declining. So let's see what happens right now. Today's Sunday, and we have one more hour to go in the day, and the daily candle looks pretty low. So getting lower volume, which is a good thing. I mean, if we're getting these red candles, it's better to get lower volume. Maybe we can start turning these into some green volume candles and then start going up and maybe getting a bounce. I think one thing I'd probably want to see though is if we delete everything, we have this 9 moving average on the daily time frame right here. Right now we're below it. I want to see us break above that first and then look for it on the weekly 9 moving average, something like this, and then we could get more confident on heading to higher highs, something like that. But we could also look at on the smaller time frame, and we can kind of look for these bottoms and look for previous support levels, maybe something like that. It looks like we're breaking that, but like I said, maybe we could do some horizontal lines, something in here. Let's go ahead and bring back the stuff that we had. So yeah, these orange lines, I'm hoping that we could get some bounces somewhere around here. If we go to the 4-hour time frame and look at the moving average, we're below the 9 moving average. Let's go ahead and delete everything again. We're below the 9 moving average. We broke below it right here. Ever since then, boom, got rejected on it, boom. Once we break above that, that'll be the start. Maybe we can watch that and then switch over the daily time frame, and then by then maybe the daily will have come down and we can break through that and start looking at this target up here at around 120, 119 approximately. What is it? 1.24 actually. Well, there's one right here too at around 120. So 124, 120, just depends how far we can cruise to the upside, or if we could even make it before we get caught on this trend line. Have to wait and see. These are the lines that I'm watching for support and possible resistance, something like that. Let me know what you think though. If you like Cardano, hit the thumbs up button. If you like crypto, you should join my Discord and we could chat about it on there. If you're new to trading, check out this video. It's about buying and selling. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one.